Hi, guys. Happy Memorial Day, first off. So, my name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. Please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me every single time I come live. So, I figured today I could potentially do some readings for people. It is, in fact, Memorial Day, so most of us are probably out finishing an amazing, amazing time with our families. Hello, Jennifer Osika. Hello, Friday. Hi, Laura. Hello, Ruben, Monica, Sarah. So, yeah. I just figured, maybe we could do some readings. I ended live streaming pretty early for the past few days. So, Oh, for those of you guys who were watching the live on Facebook a short while ago, my laptop was just like, you're done, girl, and ended the live. It just ended the live. It was just like, live is done. It didn't ask me. It didn't tell me that my reception was bad. It was just like, no, you're done. It's like mid-sentence. Yes. So you guys, I'm going to do some readings. Let me just, if you'd like a reading done, I'm doing a slightly different reading type today. Hold on, guys. There you go. I need to make a little change. So I have very limited numbers of things today. Again, everything is on sale. Today I only have a 3-card Claire Tarot reading, and this will focus on past, present, and potential future information. I also have my bio scan available for 22 instead of 33. So if you're like not, I just, oh, guys. Hi, Passion Living LA. Hello. Yes. Oh my gosh. I totally forget all the time to share with you guys. It's 3:33 right now. Yeah. Dancing to me. So, I am having a workshop. It's going to be at the end of June 23rd, I believe it is. It's a Piscean potentiality workshop. Now, this is not just for Pisces, but it is for anyone and everyone that is ready to rise up, reclaim their natural birthright, their abilities, their manifestation abilities, especially, and their abundance. It's time for you to begin creating the life that you want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what that is. And there's different options available for attendance. You can find that on my website, emmyevolving.com. It's on the homepage. Just scroll down a little bit, and it's right beneath the Kokoro post. But yeah, oh shoot. Hold on, guys. I'll use my phone. Perfectly okay. So I'm going to just, hold on. Let me, excuse me. All right. We're going to start with Jennifer Qatar, 3-card Claire Tarot reading. Okay. So whatever your higher self would like you to know. So this is for Jennifer Qatar. And again, if you guys would like to have a reading or a scan done, everything I'm offering today is only $22. So Jennifer, let's see. Ooh. Okay. So there's still an aspect of yourself that you are struggling acknowledging. You're aware it's there at this point. You're still very much struggling, though, with trying to really look yourself in the eyes. Okay? And notice you're not completely naked. You're still covering parts of your truth. So this is definitely going to be something that your higher self is going to continue to push for you to do, like be fully naked in your truth and looking at yourself in the eyes. There are aspects of previous lives that you've lived that are needing to come forward, needing to be acknowledged, so that you can once again tap into those abilities. Those abilities are very key for some of the things you're going to be accomplishing in this life. Those abilities and those previous lives are very much key. So you're currently at this place now where, you're playing the sacred fool. You're sort of stuck. You're doubting yourself quite a bit. You know that there is no way you can go back to your limited perception the way it was before. She says, I want to airbend. Yes, I do everything that's purchased today in regards to expedites. I do it today. But you're aware that you've become a different person. Okay. And it's not that you've become a different person in a negative way. You've grown. Your consciousness has been stretched, and you're never going to return back to the person that you were. And I think there's a part of you that kind of misses the simplicity of not knowing as much as you now realize. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. So again, you're only partially naked. Your higher self wants you completely naked in your truth, okay? And it also wants you to trust yourself. At some point, you're going to recognize how deeply tied you are to all of creation. You're already starting to recognize this, but it's gonna amplify even more. Okay? Expect yourself. Oh, wait, didn't you talk about traveling in a previous reading? Did we talk about you traveling? Because I'm saying, like, expect yourself to travel all over the place. Because I don't believe all of these animals are from the same place. I think they're from different continents, to be honest. So, yeah, I think travel is definitely a part of your soul's plan. Okay, be prepared for that. And again, what's going to end up happening is, I know it's a little bit worrisome. Traveling is not cheap. And, you have said before that you're concerned about having the funds to do it. The things that you need will be provided as you need it. Okay? So try your best not to worry. Just always, you know what? It's going to come through. If I really need it, it'll happen. If I'm really meant to go, it'll happen. And if you keep that mindset, you'll be able to manifest quite a bit. Okay? Let's see. Next, we have Simmi. So let's see. Okay. So the factory and your family. All right. Simmi, are you here? All right. I was talking to Jennifer Qatar, Simmi. So Simmi, let's get you some cards. All right, cards. Simmi. And thank you, Jennifer. Simmi would like guidance on her questions. Has everything been okay lately? Oh my God, so itchy. Has everything been okay lately, Simmi? I can feel it. Hold on, let's see. You're being broken. Okay. So hold on real quick. Simmi, you have card number 24, new birth, guarded vigilantly. So not that long ago, you were starting to grow in such a beautiful way. You're still very tender, very delicate. You're not fully rooted yet. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm scratching my eyeball in front of you. So necessary. You feel very, very delicate still, and that's okay. All right, that's okay. You have gone through a rebirthing process, and you're needing a little bit more time to adjust. Well, it feels like something is trying to just trample all over the new growth. Is that what's going on? Massive attempts. Oh no. Oh no. Well, next is card number 14, going beyond normal. Your mind is constantly working, constantly going. Now, the key to all of this is in how you choose to express yourself. Okay? It's in how you choose to express yourself. You're going to have a bright idea that's going to help to keep everything together. All right? What do buttons do? They hold things together. They hold things in place. And you're going to have to recognize part of the key is in the way you communicate, what you communicate, and the way in which you communicate. Okay, Simmi? So with this next card number 11, diving for light. I would not be surprised if Lilith figures out a way to push you down and surround you in darkness, like dark thoughts, dark feelings. This is the energy, not the human being, okay? The energy, not the human being. Don't give the human being more power than they actually have. But in order for you to find the light, because there's going to be so much darkness above and in front of you, that you're going to have to dive down, dive deep. She did earlier this week. Ooh. Hold on, let me pull a couple more cards, okay? I need a little bit more clarity for this because I'm just not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. Hold on. I was told to look at the bottom of the deck, and it's the Tower card. Now you have to remember that could be her at the very top being taken down from her place. Okay? So you got the Tower card, and right beneath that was Temperance. You're going to have to figure out how to effectively communicate in a very articulate way. Okay? You know how to communicate to me. Speak to them the way you speak to me when you have your session. I can understand everything you say. There's no confusion. Slow down and speak to them the way you communicate with me. And everything will work itself out. But you can't continue doing the same cycle. Okay? You cannot continue doing the same cycle. You're already worn down. So something has to shift. Something has to change. You've already experienced enough previously, trying out the exercises from Kokoro 33. You were able to shift things. You know that. Okay? This is just a reminder. You were able to shift things all on your own without even intending to shift things. Maybe if you go back to that mindset, practice those exercises again, you can begin manifesting the calm, the quiet, the internal peace that then affects your environment. Okay, Simmi? For the TJ location, I think something probably needs to be done. A lot more aggressive than what you would be able to do on your own. You might have to consider a special type of session. Okay, we can discuss that over private messenger after the live. Okay, Simmi? I hope you're okay. I really hope you're okay. If you find yourself struggling to get through this circumstance, go on my YouTube channel and look for the Inner Child Healing Guided Meditation. Listen to that. Look at the latest Kokoro 33 manual. There's exercises in there, the burning ball purge and the hand over heart. Those two exercises are extremely efficient at this type of clearing. So you're not without the means to get through this. Okay, Simmi? I hope I'm able to help you gain further clarity. All right, let's see. Next, we have Monique Bryant. Monique, do you have a question that you want to ask? Okay, so whatever your higher self wants to say. You're welcome, Simmi. It will work out. It will work out. Okay, I know you can get it to correct itself. All right, Monique. Let's see. Ooh, Monique. Okay, card number 35, conscious connections. Right now, your higher self is asking you to allow yourself to connect with someone that's just entered into your life. I don't feel like this is a romantic thing. I feel like this individual is going to help you to really, really understand your journey. Okay. Right now, you're looking somewhere else. You're not recognizing what this individual can help you do. But remember, you're going to be doing this as well. It's not just the other person coming in and changing everything for you. Okay. But your higher self wants you to be open to connecting with others. One person in particular, though. It's one person in particular. Gosh. I hope it's not because they're going to bring you drama. It might be because they're going to bring you drama. Higher self, she's not going to connect with someone unless you show me they're going to bring her drama. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. So your higher self says not to let them in fully, but just to allow the connection to happen and observe. Okay. You're going to be, oh shit, you just recently connected. Okay. Here's the thing. Is it a romantic thing? Is it a potential romantic thing? Because this is what I'm seeing. The person is shrouded by darkness and they're looking at other fish. So, okay, so it's both. All right. Well, just know they're looking at other fish. They're looking at other potential catches. Now, here's the thing. This interaction is going to really instigate a metamorphosis. You try and communicate. I think it becomes something very like, it's going to go fast. It's going to be a fast, very deep connection, and then it's going to crash and burn. But, oh man, this person is very, very full of esoteric information. And here's the thing, and Monique, I can be wrong, okay? I can be wrong. I could be misreading this, but he's a very, very intelligent individual. Only problem is he has a lot of inner work that hasn't been done. And so what he ends up doing is he uses this. He uses this to entice people to let him in. And he's going to give you information you need, but he's also going to break your heart, girl. He's going to hurt you. You're going to cry a lot. Look at that. I hope your mascara is not expensive because, girl, if it is, don't be wasting it on you. No, seriously. I feel a lot of pain comes from this. But here's the thing. This is a trauma-induced accretion. That's a term that I coined. It means when trauma is used to initiate a very accelerated frequency accretion cycle. This pulls in very, very high frequencies very, very quickly, and it jump starts an ascension cycle. So all of this butterflies, you're metamorphosizing your throat. You're going to learn how to really speak up and speak out, okay? You are absolutely going to learn to speak out. And then on top of that, what you gain in gnosis, it will be like ripples. People all around you are going to be affected by this. Not necessarily by the drama, but you're going to help them to grow. So in actuality, this guy he's helping you to really achieve your soul purpose, which is helping other people to grow as well. Yeah, as long as you get the info and activations. I mean, you're definitely going to get the info. You're definitely going to get the activation. But pain is an absolute necessity when it comes to this level of learning, okay? And this level of learning, it unfortunately requires quite a large amount of pain, okay? So maybe you knowing this will help you to rationalize as you're going through this, okay? And then it is a cost. It absolutely is. Card number 18, spirals of manifestation. Once you process this, I mean, look at your face. You're just like, nope, this had to happen. And now I'm going to manifest and use this circumstance as fuel for my rise. And look at that. Look at that. Level upon level of ascension. And you see the blue feathers, you're very divinely protected. You even have a shield. So, I mean, are you truly going to be hurt? More of your ego will be hurt. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's definitely not going to feel good, but it's not necessarily a bad thing either. Okay, so just keep these things in mind. You've already met who it is, so you already know this is a very, very, very possible circumstance. Hold on real quick, guys. One second. Guantanamera. Marina Guantanamera. Guantanamera. Marina Guantanamera. Oh, someone beat me to it. Okay. Yes. You beat me to it, Daddy. All right, who's next? I went to go block him and it was like, unblock. No, don't unblock. All right, let's see. Lashya Stewart. This is for a scan. Lashya Stewart, are you here? Lashya? Is it Lashya? Lashya? Hi, Cheryl. Ooh, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Lucia, okay. He got so many accounts, and that's something. All right. Let me see. Lucy, what would you like scanned? Is there anything in particular you want scanned? You guys, if you could do me a huge favor, and please, whoever feels called to, report Steve Henry. Let's see. And my thing is that, like, I don't really care about comments like that. You know, it doesn't bother me none. But what does bother me is when any of you feel disrespected. I don't like that. I really don't like that. So Lucy in the Sky. Was there something in particular that you wanted scanned, or just a general scan? Yes. Steve Henry needs a hug around the throat with my fingers. All right. Just waiting for Lucy. Oh, Lashya Stewart. I thought you had a different name. Okay. Lashya Stewart's here. All right. Lashya, do you want anything scanned in particular? Lashya. There we go. Lashya. Thank you for letting me know. And thank you guys for reporting that. So we're just waiting to see what she wants scanned. Hi, Mary. I think there might be a little bit of a delay. Just going to ask my husband for the fan. Okay, my first scan, what? Okay, we'll do a general scan then. LBR. He is the common denominator in his female problem. All right, Lashya. This is beautiful. Hold on, guys. All right. Lashya, what I'm getting is that you have huge, huge angelic wings behind you. These are your wings. They're attached to you. It's not an angel standing behind you. They're yours. So this is very, very beautiful. And in addition to the wings, you have what look like the feet of a griffin. Are you familiar with what a griffin is? I love you guys so much. Poor Steve is not going to get the attention he wants today.
You know, I blocked him and you unblocked him.
No, I didn't. This is his third account.
It said block. Oh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, really? One was in your dreams years ago. You have griffin coating. Your feet look like the feet of a griffin. It looks like a cross between eagle talons and lion paw. Those are your feet. And then your hands are human hands. Do you get chest pains, chest discomfort? Because it looks like there's a rock right above your chest. Peter Griffin, the Family Guy cartoon came out. Oh my gosh. You get palpitations as well. It would be good if you go ahead and do energetic work to break that up. Do you have swelling in your low belly? So, what I'm getting for the low belly, you have something corded into your sacral. Let me just see what Lashya says. You have a parasitic circumstance corded into your low belly. Let me just see where this goes to. All right. Yeah, it would be in the bladder area. Wow. Wow. I would definitely consider a parasitic extraction. Okay. This is it's a really nasty being, a really nasty being. I've gone ahead, I've bound it, and then I've sedated it. That doesn't last forever though. Okay. So it will definitely give you time to, consider if that's something you want to do with me or not. You're not obligated to, of course, but I do highly recommend it. And during the extraction process, we probably could pulverize the blockage at the very top of your heart space. It's like high heart area, and it's caused a little bit of atrophy in the lower throat chakra. So, do you get headaches too? You have another latching just behind the left ear. Base of skull. Lamina quadrigemina. Circle of Willis. Wernicke's area. Left temporal lobe. Left parietal lobe. Amygdala. Hippocampus. Lower right frontal cortex. Right optic nerve. Upper sinus. There's a somewhat of an extensive network that was created within your cranial space. That definitely needs to be, it would be off and on. It wouldn't be just a consistent thing. You feel it when it pulses. When it pulses, it sends out a pulse. It's trying to take a surge of energy. Like after it's fed off of you, it'll generate a charge of energy, and it'll pulse it through your head, and all the little tentacles that it's created, the little pathways. When the pulse gets to the tips, it pushes it forward. So it's to grow it. It wouldn't be something consistent. Okay. God. Man, all the demons are just coming out today. Good golly, Miss Molly. Boom. Not today, Satan. Not today. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much to all my moderators who are on top of it all. Whew. All right, Lashya. Definitely consider it, though. Okay, definitely consider it. Let us see. Next, we have Lisa Hyun. Lisa. You guys, I am just so weirded out by the level of cray going on today. All right. Okay. How's the cycle going for you, Lisa? You're welcome, Lashya. Kristen H, Passion Living LA. I'll look for yours right after Lisa's, okay? Let's see. Good, but intense. Oh my gosh. Those cycles, man. They can be really destructive and painful and hard to navigate. But I know you're yay! I was gonna say, I know you're totally gonna embrace it. And I'm embracing it. Yay, good. That's the way to have the least amount of suffering. That's all you can do, because the only thing you're gonna fight is yourself. And no matter what, however much you win is however much you're gonna lose. So let's see. There you go. You are in the process of seeing the true you, okay? And look at this. There's a teacup out in the distance. You're no longer trying to spill tea, okay? You're flowing with it. That is so beautiful. There is no drama to spill. You are so focused on seeing yourself organically. You're completely naked in the truth of your light, in the light of your truth. Look at the couch. The couch is green. Green signifies the heart space. Your heart space is what is holding you up. You're laying all loved up in your heart space. It might not feel like it right now. It might not, because things get challenging, and then, you get focused on the things that are most painful, that are most frustrating, but you're doing what you need to do. And look at this. Card number 5, follow your own rhythm. Not only are you going through an ascension cycle, this ascension cycle is so intense because of the fact that you're also doing shadow work. If you look, yes, the light is shining on you, but you're facing the shadow. Okay, you're facing your shadow self. You're about to experience a tremendous amount of change. You've already started it, but it's gonna heighten quite a bit. Okay, over the next week or so, it is gonna get much more intense. I can feel you building a charge already. It's about halfway there. It's gonna need a few more days for it to intensify to the point where you can send it out through your auric field. In that time that you're waiting, don't feel like a sacred fool, okay? Here's the thing, your higher self has you waiting. You're feeling like you're kind of a puppet, and you're not. You are the one that's controlling the puppet that you think is you. You are in control of this, okay, Lisa? You are absolutely in control of this, and the best, most efficient, least painful way to do this is how you're doing right now, just embracing it, flowing with it, okay? Just keep at it, girl, keep at it. All right, let's go ahead. I hope that gives you clarity, hon. Let's see. All right, here we go. Why does it feel like it's... Oh. Okay. Passion. I'm going to go at Passion Living LA. I'm going to check. I'm going to start scanning you right now, okay? Okay, you have 2 prongs in your neck. Someone's put a device, placed it on your neck. Someone has placed an energetic device around your neck. It has 2 prongs. It works kind of like a shock collar. And what it does, whenever you attempt to access abilities, energy, it goes ahead and sends a pulse through. And it blocks, yeah. I also found quite a bit of a parasitic circumstance. There's only a handful of people that know how to do this. It's only a handful of people. And I know them. So they're not friends either. I just want to make that clear. I think have you been having digestive upset? I know specific individuals that know how to do this type of energetic work. Okay, girl, I have to stop scanning you. You have 2MT. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and confine your field. I'm going to secure everything so that it doesn't spread further. You need a 2M extraction. I'm going to go ahead and freeze all of the activity in your field, and then I will be able to work on it in a live stream, just because it spreads really ugly. So I'm going to go ahead and confine everything, call all your energy back around you, secure your entire field, and then I'm going to freeze it so that it can't do any more merging. Okay, and I'll see when the soonest is. Message my page, or you know what, my assistant will get in touch with you. We'll play around with our schedule to see where we can fit you in. Okay. So for those of you in the audience, I'm going to go ahead and do a clearing. My energy will always honor your sovereignty without permission from your highest self. My energy and any work that I do will not enter your field. Okay? And this is just because I'm thorough. All right. How do you guys feel? You guys feel okay? Suji, that's actually a very good question. How do parasites get in if one is in the light and of love? How do we prevent or defend ourselves? So first off, what's very much misconstrued is that darkness is evil, it's hate, it's complete opposite of love. No, demons, even demons are love. God is love. God created everything. Everything comes from God. Therefore, everything is made of God. Therefore, everything is love. Now, dark and light, they're simply varying degrees of positioning on a singular plane of existence. And so what ends up happening, people think, oh, light and love, light and love. If I exist in light and love, then I'm safe. No. If you ignore the other half of your duality, you cannot exist in a totality. You just can't. You can't. It's like saying, I need to clap my hands, not clap on my body, but clap my hands, but my left hand is evil. How are you going to clap? You can't. You're just like waving around, right? You have to embrace all your parts. You have to recognize that darkness is not evil. Darkness is the tutor that is brought in when we refuse to learn the lesson in the light. Does it make sense? Your teacher is the light. If you're not going to learn the lesson, if the teacher is not able to teach you in the way that you prefer, the way that you benefit from most, then a tutor has to be brought in to help you, because always creation will help you to succeed in learning that lesson. So that's how darkness is allowed in. Darkness that's outside of you. In addition to that, there's a whole bunch of other factors, but one of the greatest, most powerful things you could ever do is stop being afraid of your shadow. Stop being afraid of demonic things, of parasites, because all they're really trying to do is survive. They've convinced themselves that they are so separate from God that they have no way of getting that energy to sustain themselves. So they think they're going to die. And if you think you're going to starve, if you exist in a lacking mindset, of course, you're going to constantly be looking for ways to provide for yourself. And that's what these parasites are doing. They're looking for ways to survive. This is all a survival tactic. So say you're in a third world country, a young child keeps pickpocketing. Is that young child evil? Or is that young child someone that's attempting to survive in a very harsh environment? So, I mean, it's still wrong. It's not right, but that should take the fear out of it. Fear, when you allow yourself to exist in a prolonged state of fear, if you're constantly in a fear state, what you and your energy is telling everything in creation, if you stand before me, I will bow down to you. You are more powerful. I give you the keys to my kingdom. Do with it as you please. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to do with it as they please. Okay? So fear does not need to be eliminated. Fear exists to bring your attention to something that's needing your attention. Once you recognize, okay, I need to pay attention to this, let go of the fear. Move forward. Look for solutions. Fear definitely allows passive permission type of entry. Okay? So no victims, no nothing. We're all working together. Darkness works with light. Light works with darkness. And when you realize that about yourself and you embrace your shadow side as much as your light, you then become centered. You don't have to try and balance anymore. You're just centered. Both your halves are holding you up. You're not wobbling. And you become very, very solid, and you can move forward with minimal struggle. I mean, you're still going to have pain. You're still going to have the lessons. You're going to still have moments of fear, moments where you second guess yourself, doubt, things like that. That's all part of the process. Okay. That is actually what is a perfect existence, having all of those things, because we really came into this life to feel the full motion and emotion of every circumstance we're gifted on our path. Okay, you're welcome, Sue. Hold on. Next we have Miss Jennifer Osika. So a bioscan and okay. No worries, Jennifer. So Jennifer, is there something in particular that you want me to scan for? Thank you, Chaos Theory. What higher self wants? Okay. Hold on really quick. Gabby Zaragoza. I feel pressure on my head, like a sudden headache. Okay, so guys, if you felt a sudden pressure, head pressure especially, you probably are sensitive to energy. I did push anything that was attempting to enter your space out. Okay, so consider yourself cleared. All right, Jennifer, whatever your higher self wants. Okay, so let me see. I see a big rock underneath your left breast. It's fairly large in size. It's also compressing your spleen. Are you having spleen pain? You guys are welcome. And have you started a new treatment plan, like any type of treatment plan? It seems like your lymph nodes have been flushing. You felt pressure in that area. Are you having problems with your son? Because I believe the left is masculine. And in that area, for some reason, I felt like it was one of your children. And then, you know, of course, masculine, probably a son. Supplements. Okay, well, if those supplements were meant to get your lymphatic system healthier, then they're working because they're draining everything. The only thing is that your spleen needs a little bit more support. It's a little bit overrun. Okay, it's overwhelmed, not overrun, overwhelmed. It's overwhelmed with amount of gunk that it's trying to filter through. Make sure you try and compensate for that. Okay, I don't know if extra water or what, but make sure you just try and support your spleen a little bit more. And it should subside in the next few days. But right now, it's definitely struggling. Okay. Oh, your husband. Is he acting childish? Because it felt like childish energy, like annoying you because they're being so childish. Oh, Hina, you've been trying to get readings from me. Let me go ahead and post the link so you could go ahead and get an expedite. Here you go. You can definitely get one from the link. Extra sleep would be nice. Oh, wow, 10 dogs. Oh, man. Oh, man. That level of stress, physical exertion would tax you, definitely. Chaos Theory, I usually do these every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And thank you for subscribing. Hi, Zetna. Okay. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me check. Are you having problems with your gallbladder as well, Jennifer? Thank you, Gabriella. Hello, Michelle. Wow, that's That's a long day. I do detect some sluggishness in your gallbladder. So you might want to see if the supplements you're taking are also encouraging the detox of the gallbladder. Definitely, it looks swollen. The emotions, look up what the emotional connection is for the gallbladder. It's resentment, but you might get extra information that you're needing. So definitely look up the emotional connection of the gallbladder. The emotion is definitely causing the energy to be more sluggish. Oh, Deb says milk thistle helps with the gallbladder. Okay. So let's get you your cards. Have you been having pain at the top back of your head? Jennifer, have you been having pain at the top back of your head? Like where the head starts to slope down, right in back here? Oh, thank you, Dale. Okay, give me 1 second. I want to scan a little bit deeper. Okay, there's no issue. I had seen something chewing, like chewing on the top of the back of your head. You got warm because I checked. No, it was an illusion. Azazi is trying to make it seem like you're infested. You're not infested. Have you been feeling as though you're being isolated? It seems like he's wanting to isolate you. Okay, Jennifer, make sure you do what you need to do to keep from being isolated. So let me get you your cards, okay? Oh, I like this a lot. So right now you are in the midst of a storm, right? A huge life storm. Everything's kind of chaotic. It's just not very good. After the storm, you're going to be flying with your wisdom. This wisdom, this knowledge in action, this wisdom is really, really going to help you rise to even higher levels of consciousness. Everything you're going through right now, you know this, I know this. It is for a purpose that you might not quite fully understand yet. You have some idea. But at the end of this, which is in the next few months, you're going to have a very good idea of exactly how much it's grown you. How much it's grown you. You're already in the process. You're trooping on. You are such a trooper. And this is beautiful because you're not just moving, deciding based on emotions, being irrational or anything like that. You're really trying to quiet yourself and listen to the messages of soul. You're listening for your truth. Card number 36. Although it doesn't seem like it right now. Jennifer, you're in a position of power. You're sitting at the eye of the storm. You are in the eye, the quietest place. Let everything else rage on around you. They cannot knock you from center because guess what? They're the ones that keep circling around you. No matter what you do, you're in center. All eyes are on you. totally nitpicking every little thing you do, what you say, what you don't say, what you do, what you don't do, how quickly you do it, how long it takes for you to not do something, everything. They're looking at everything. And that's fine, because as long as they do that, you are seated at the very center. You are seated in the I. And that is the quietest place. They can go ahead and keep doing their own thing. Your soul is absolutely talking to you. Even in the darkness, you glow. Okay? Even in that darkness, you are glowing. Yes, your higher self is definitely keeping you exactly where you need to be. Okay? It's not the most comfortable position. Obviously, it's not the most comfortable, but you're doing everything you need to do, okay? Card number 17, your final card. What is already with you? I'm about to cry. This is so beautiful. You are growing so fast, so fast. And all of this growth really is to help you remember that all of this is already within you. It's already inside you. The butterflies represent your power. It represents your magic. All you have to do is open your hands. Because for such a long time, you've been holding real tight, real tight. And the moment you open your hands, that magic and power, it comes out. There's a beauty and a power in full submission to the will of soul. You're not submitting to anyone else. You're submitting to the will of your own soul. So open your hand and let go. It's a free fall back into your greatness. It's a free fall. They can't stop you. They really can't. Your higher self is absolutely supporting you. You are clear. Your field is clear, no parasites. Okay, Jennifer? I know that might have been like some concern on some level. There's no parasites. I don't detect anything. Your field is completely clear. Keep doing your kokoro exercises. You're doing phenomenal. You're doing phenomenal. All on your own. Okay? I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Let's see. Next we have Melissa Bernard. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay, Melissa. She's here. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. You're welcome. And honestly, I think those tears are because you've been trying to convince yourself that you're not making progress and you're not growing. Yes, you are. You're absolutely growing. You're growing in ways that's difficult for even the mind to comprehend. It's just a tremendous amount of growth, especially in the face of such insistent adversity. Yep. You got this, girl. You got this. All right. Melissa. Ooh. Okay. So you have card number 39, air element, communicating. Interesting. I'm getting that with the air element, it's not really, it's more of my clairvoyant reading of the card. You have the ability to tap into the air. If there is a storm swirling around you, you can easily use that air to dissipate the clouds, to push them away, to redirect. Keep that in mind, okay? Definitely keep that in mind. All actions results from thought. So it is thoughts that matter. Think it over first. Put some mental effort into it before you talk, before you put your talk into action. Be logical, sort it out. You totally have something brewing. I'm not sure what's brewing, but you have something brewing, Melissa. You can keep this from coming to fruition, okay? Let's see. Card number 3, Mercury, mind. Notice how this card is green. It has to do with heart energy. Let's see. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh. Otherwise, they'll kill you. You know, I'm wondering if, because it's communicating and it's telling you that if you're going to tell them the truth, make them laugh first or else they'll kill you. Oh, man. That's pretty intense, dude. That's pretty intense. But this has to do with the Magician card. And it's about speaking, travel, arguments. Definitely make sure you are very selective on which battles you show up to. It seems like you're going to be invited to quite a few of them. Girl. So you're aware of the events of my day. Just keep that in mind, okay? Your next card, card number 22, I use by Capricorn. Time, the corrector when our judgments err. It's time to focus on your objectives and not let up. Let's see. This is asking you to channel your inner Capricorn and be very resourceful, very sure-footed. This is about your ambitions and your goals, like really knowing what it is you're working for. It's also tied to the Devil card in the tarot deck. Careful not to allow others to invite you into circumstance that will trigger old ways of being. Because you are Aquarius, and girl, we all know, do not piss off an Aquarius unless you enjoy getting your ass kicked verbally. Melissa, is it worth it though? Is it worth re-triggering old patterns of being, which I don't know what your old patterns of being are, but is it worth it? It's almost as though you're being tricked into reverting back to an older way of being when someone threatens or challenges you. And just know that's going to lower your frequency. The old you had lower frequency than the current you. And I think that's the goal, is they're trying to lower your frequency and make you more accessible. Not going to work. Not going to work, because they're going to get their ass kicked if they even try. So let me go ahead and scan, see what's going on. Shit. It's definitely not going to work. Has your skin been feeling a little bit weird lately? Not weird, but just like a weird energy just outside your skin? Yeah, electric, because you have new armor on. Boo-boo! Where the hell have you been shopping? I want armor like this. It's badass. It's badass. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like cream-colored dragon scales, and around the rim of the scale is the most purest 24-karat gold. Oh my God, basic ass armor. I don't even have armor. Dude, you have badass armor. Let me see if I can see into it. This is badass armor. Michael! Michael! I want armor too! Oh my God, I can't see into it. Let me crank up my frequency and see if I can see into it after that. Girl. Shit. So I cranked up my frequency and I tried to look through the armor and a big ass axe. Whoosh. This is my eyebrows still there. You almost sliced off my eyebrows. Yo, that's so unnecessary. So you also have extra protective measures in place. I feel like my eyebrows almost got taken out. Let me see if I know. I want to touch it, Deb. Can I try and touch it? It's just the arm. I'm just going to touch the arm, okay? Don't take my hand off. Please, don't take my hand off. I just want to touch it. No, I'm not touching it. Oh my God, girl. So I was like, I want to touch it. And then I was ready. I was like, don't take my hand off. And this is some badass stuff, Melissa. As soon as like, I can't even think straight. I totally was like, don't take my hand off. I'm just going to touch it real quick. Immediately an arc from your arc of GoPro started zapping my head. And it goes zzz, 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 zzz. I'm like, okay, stop. I won't touch it. Just take the hand. Take the hand. Leave the brain. Take the hand. Just take the hand. So apparently just the thought of me doing it does progress. Because the first one was like, hey, hello, it's 4:44. And because I didn't like, ooh, what was that? It did it again, but more, and then more. And I'm like, no, I like my brain. I like my brain. Ooh, that's some nice stuff, girl. You're set. You're set. All right. Let us see. All right, next is Kimberly Amos. Oh, Kimberly, let me go ahead and pull cards for that. You're welcome, Melissa. All right, Kimberly's here. But seriously, girl, can you talk to Michael? I really would like armor like that. I don't, I don't have armor like that. Yeah, Hina Khan. Here you go. You can go ahead and purchase a tarot reading from the link that I just commented. All right, Kimberly. Let us see what's going on. Ooh, okay. So with his leaving, I mean, whether you broke up with him or not, he was eventually leaving. He had already disconnected. Okay. I'm very sorry, Kim. I know it's hurting you a lot, but it's been draining you. It's been draining you quite a bit. And it's time that you go ahead and just release this feeling like it was the wrongest idea for you to break up, for you to be the one to break up with him. You already knew what was coming, okay? That was your intuition. You followed your intuition. I'll tell you right now, you avoided something massive. By doing that, you avoided really, really bad heartache. I know you're hurting really bad right now. It's not to diminish the amount of hurt that you're feeling right now, but it was going to be far worse. Okay? It was going to be far, far worse. Now, we also have the Son of Swords in reverse. He was very, very charismatic, very charming. He was able to really get you to do and think as he wanted. He totally speaks with a forked tongue, and you just can't count on him to give you the full story, like the straight story. It always splits, and whether he was telling the truth at first or not, it's the story splits, and he always chooses the option, the path that he thinks will get him the results he wants. And he's very good at this. Very, very good at this. So, I mean, would it have been different if you hadn't been the one to call it off? Yeah, it would have been worse. Okay? It would have been worse. And then you also have the Hermit in reverse. With the Hermit being in reverse, what message I'm getting from your higher self, it doesn't really tie to the traditional meaning of the reversed Hermit. Instead of taking time alone, where you're really allowing yourself to sit just with yourself, to really examine your thoughts and where these feelings are coming from, what the circumstance really was, what you experienced with him and at his hands, you're trying to, but more of your focus is going externally. That's what it is. You lost your faith in yourself. You're afraid to be alone with yourself. You know, the hermits, they didn't go and hide in a cave because they're antisocial. They gifted themselves with the ultimate sacrifice of cutting everything off and just being with themselves. Really taking the time to cultivate that relationship between self and soul. And when you do that, you realign your purpose in life. You create a beautiful alignment between the mind, the heart, and the soul, and it helps you to rise. And this is what he was trying to keep you from. He was feeding off you for quite some time. The whole topic of narcissism has been total hot button debate for days now. And he's a narcissist. I'm not talking about like just as an adjective. I'm talking about he probably has NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. I mean, like a doctor, a mental health professional would probably diagnose him as having a narcissistic issue. Okay. This is hard because it's almost as though he rewrote your whole reality, everything that you once knew as truth about yourself, the way you saw things. He completely just distorted everything. And the whole point here is not to vilify him and, make you out to be the victim. The whole point is this: whatever his intentions were, irrelevant. That's irrelevant. This is what you have right now: a gifted potentiality. He gifted you with a circumstance to reach a higher level of potential. You're going to need some time to collect your thoughts. You're going to need time to kind of just sit on your own, get to learn yourself again, fall in love with yourself again, and then move forward. This is not something you're going to rush, okay? I believe so. We've tried it all. Yes, I'm a stranger. I'm terrified because I don't know me anymore, but he changed so much. I don't know reality from false. That's classic clinical narcissism. And then it's almost as though there's this part of you that blames yourself. Well, no, he was doing that because if I wasn't too much. No, girl. He was going to do these things regardless. This is who he is. Is he a horrible person? I don't know. I don't know him. Is he toxic to you? Yes, he is. Now, in holistic medicine, sometimes it's that toxic thing. That's what they use as an antidote. Think on that, okay? Holistic medicine will definitely use the same type of toxicity to trigger a healing response. And maybe that's what you need, Kimberly, to recognize that that's what it is. Hina, you can purchase an expedite. I am doing expedited requests, okay? I'm sorry, Kimberly. You need time to yourself. It's going to be hard. You're going to feel very alone. You're definitely going to question things quite a bit. That's part of your process, okay? This is going to be very challenging for you, but at the end of this journey, you're going to rise from your own ashes, okay? You're absolutely going to rise from your own ashes, and don't take him back. He's going to come back only to mess with you more. Once he sees that you're moving on, he's going to come back and he's going to absolutely turn your entire world upside down. If you think you're hurting now, if you take him back, please don't let me know. He's going to absolutely destroy your entire world. Okay? Yeah. I hope you're able to process all of this. It's a lot. It's a lot. You've been through a lot. You're not a victim. You've been through a lot, but you're not a victim. You will rise. You will pick your pieces back up. You will fortify yourself. Everywhere he broke you is a gift because it gives you the potentiality to rebuild in a more fortified manner. Okay? No such thing as victims. Everything he's done has gifted you with more strength. You just need a little time to recognize that. All right? So let's see. Shannon Kendrick. Ooh, you're going to let me freestyle. Okay. I was going to try and rap, but I remembered I'm not a rapper. Ooh, Melissa. Ooh, I never considered that before, but that really resonates with me. She says it's easier if you stop trying to figure out what is truth and just assume it was all a lie. Damn, that's booming right there. Hold on. Where in the world? Shannon Kendrick? Was that who I was on? Okay, yeah, Shannon Kendrick. Are you here, Shannon? Right, damn, Gina. Oh, triple sense HB. All right. Let me freestyle. Y'all really want to hear me rap? Said a hip hop, the hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop. Rapping to the bang bang boogie, up jump the boogie, rhythm of the boogie to beat. Skittle wee bop. That's so ugly. Stop it, girl. You are not a rapper, but I am a poet. All right, let me just. Let me see. All right. Ooh. Here we go. Let me see. All right. So you got card number 24, new birth, guarded vigilantly. So you just finished something rather traumatic. It feels as though like several months ago you hit rock bottom. And I don't say that like you had some sort of addiction or not that addiction is horrible, but you reached a really low point in your life a few months ago, and you really, really felt like it's just done. This whole thing is done. That's it. How do I rebuild from here? And you did it. You picked your pieces up and you started to rebuild. But you're still very, very tender. You're still feeling very like, that feeling that you get after you've had the stomach flu and you've kind of puked your brains out for a few days and you finally finish puking and you feel empty but alive again. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where it's at. You're in the process of being refilled. You're in the process of growing a little bit further. And that's just in the past few months. And at this point, you're coming into a phase of your journey where you're realizing you're a legacy of light. Card number 7, legacy of light. So you're kind of at this point right here. As the more childlike version of you, you felt very much obliterated, just crushed. And then you enter a phase where it's like you're exhausted, but I made it through. I did it. And as you begin to really explore this portion of your journey and just flow with it, because it feels like you're generating a pretty intense forward momentum. As you do that, you're going to rise up to a more ascended level of consciousness. And it's at this point where you recognize, do you have a business? Are you a business owner? Are you an entrepreneur? Because if you are, or if you're still just considering becoming a business owner, there seems to be some component of your business that is meant to help trigger awakenings in other people. Yes, you are. Girl, it seems like you're part of the group of humans, group of souls who became human in order to push this along, the collective ascension process. So you're going to be listening for truth from your soul. Card number 36. You may have a little bit of a period, maybe just a few weeks, where things start to not go your way again. Things get a little bit dicey for you. Interactions with people get you feeling like, oh my God, not again, not again. You feel as though you're surrounded in darkness again. That's the perfect time for you to remember this moment, for you to sit naked in your truth and just listening to the messages of soul, allowing your soul to guide you through this. You will get through it. It's just going to be a little bit of a hiccup. It's going to feel like it's more than just a little hiccup at the time. As you're in it, it's going to feel rather intense, but it's just a little hiccup, okay? Just a little hiccup. You totally got this. And you're going to be helping quite a few people. I don't think it's energy work. It feels like something else. I don't know if you have a product and you're infusing your energy, your love into these products. And that's what helps other people. They begin purchasing your products. And you meet quite a few people this way too. So let's see. All right. Illya. Illya Kestev. Okay. Are you 100% certain that's your flame? Triple sense HB. You do several products and you do infuse them. Good. Very, very good. So, Illya, are you here? Let's see. After I finish Illya, I'm going to be closing out the link, okay, you guys? So if you'd like to purchase an expedited request. Ooh, darn. All right, Illya's here. Please do visit the link. All right, so you're certain. Let's go ahead and get you some cards. Have you guys been noticing the energy of today is freaking insane? When do we get out of this Scorpio energy? Is it the Scorpio moon? Is that what it was? Man, the energy's been super intense. And I've just been like, nope, not participating. All right, Illya, let's see. Uh-oh. I pulled one card for you, and your higher self asked me to switch decks. Okay, so I'm going to keep the one card that I pulled. Let me just... Girl. Illya, it's my shit-talking deck. Oh, my God. Is the moon in Pisces? Oh, my God. From Scorpio to Pisces. Good God. We need to pray. We all need to pray together. Oh my God. Okay, Illya, here we go. All right, you have card number 11, diving for light. So right now, you're obviously surrounded by darkness, dark feelings, dark circumstance, not necessarily evil, but just a lot of darkness. And it makes you very uncomfortable because you're used to really being surrounded by, well, not, I wouldn't say used to. You prefer the security of light because you can see everything as it's approaching you. And, you know, you're kind of a creature of habit. And so you prefer existing within a state of light. But you've been definitely pushed out of your comfort zone. Okay, you're surrounded by dark right now. And that's not, again, that's not a bad thing. You're being asked to dive for the light. You have to go deeper into yourself. You had asked the question if you're doing enough of the inner work. No. You're doing the inner work, but you're not doing it for the proper reason. Okay? So instead of doing the work to draw him back, he's going to take that, he's going to feel that. If he's a true twin, he's going to feel that, and it's going to come off as manipulation. I don't know if he had accused you of being manipulative at some point, but if he has, yeah, there's a lot of really questionable behaviors from people lately. I would like to think it's because of planetary alignment, but I don't know. Some people are just bungholios. That's just who they are. But, I mean, going back to the reading, you have to really allow yourself to fully free fall into this dark trench, because at the bottom is where you'll find the truth of your light. Staying in the shallow waters, it's not going to work for you. It's not. In addition to that, if you continue to do things like work on yourself for a different outcome with him versus you working on yourself for yourself, he will continue to feel it and continue to interpret it as manipulation. You got this card, the Father of Swords. What I'm being shown by your higher self, he was someone that you thought would protect you, that his presence would give you wisdom and would help defend and protect you. But in this position, he's gone. All of that is kind of just dropping away, and that freaks you out. But here's the thing. This should have been you. You should have had your own wisdom and your own protection. This is your energy. If he's your true twin, that energy, that sword belongs to both of you, and both of you have to know how to use it. And in order for you to learn, because you had become so dependent on him through your perception of, the twin dynamic, he had to love you enough to walk away, to leave you be. And so you have to recognize that. It's not to punish you. Not all twins are meant to be together. Sometimes twins have to be separated so that they understand the gravity of what they are together. Sometimes they don't get back together. But you will not get your answer. You will continue to perpetuate this if you only work on yourself on account of him. Okay? And every time you do that, no matter what you practice, if that is what's in your heart, he'll feel it and he will resent you more and more. It might not be on a fully conscious level, but his resentment will grow and grow and grow. No more doing that, okay? Oh. Well, those tears are released. So here's again, Daughter of Cups. Look at all your power in your shadow. It was never from him. You have your own power, and that power is what fuels that defensive weaponry. Now, because of your current perception, which is changing, I can feel it, it's changing. You allowed your cup to be turned over. And all of that kind of trickling out. But here's the thing. Look at this. Now your shadow self, your true strength, is standing upright. Now your shadow self is positioning itself to defend you, to help you to grow, to hold out its hand and pull you up and help you rise. Allow this process to happen. That shadow can only be found when you dive deeper into your depths. So you definitely have to continue diving in. No more, you're going to continue to miss him. That's not something you can really help. Okay. Especially if you are in a relationship. True twins, they have a really intense bond anyways. You guys tend to be able to feel each other no matter what. But because you've been in a romantic relationship, that tends to really muddle those feelings even more. So it would be pointless to tell you to stop thinking of him because it's not going to stop. Okay? It's not going to stop. You're going to continue to miss him. You're going to continue to hurt and want him back. But what you have to shift is what you're doing, your intention behind what you're doing. Okay? I'm going to get myself stronger. I'm going to lift myself up. Not to bring him back, not to, none of that. I'm going to stand up. That's a sentence. That's it. That's all you have to be concerned about. Getting yourself stronger and reconnecting with your higher self even more. And then just set the intention, if he is the person that would make me the happiest, then we'll end up together again. I will end up in a relationship that will make me the happiest I have ever been in my life. And if it happens to be with him, amazing. If not, that's fine. I hope he's happy too. Try and take that mindset and you'll see some really magical things begin to happen once you really embrace that. Okay? Michael Myers, no, I'm not psychic. but I do have sensitivities. All right. So let us see. I hope that helps you, Illya. All right, Caroline Jolly. Okay, good. I'm glad you set yourself on fire. Okay. So we'll do the scan and the thereto. Let me just close down the link. All right. Let us. Just trying to find the live. All right, Yellow Peak Road is here. Yeah. Just lift yourself, okay? Lift yourself, and everything will work out the way it's meant to. One of the best, most loving things you can do for a twin is not hope that you guys get back together, but instead hope that they find the person who can love them in the ways they need to be loved the most in this life. It's just, you know, sometimes you're meant to be together, sometimes you're not, and no one really knows which one it's going to be. Okay. Oh, thank you, Maggie Mag. All right, Yellow Puke Road. Let us see what is going on, girl. All right. Let's ask your higher self exactly what you need to know. Dang, you know, Pisces and Scorpio have totally got us on one. I'm telling you, Pisces and Scorpio energies are just, whew. So Caroline, you got card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. So when you exist in center, all of these ripples come from you, kind of like the flower of life, and they just emanate from you. They end up becoming like a dance that weaves energy back and forth. You are in an ascension process. You've been in one for some time now, and this is kind of like, okay, I don't know how those stages go. I'm told to make an analogy with haute couture. I don't know how it goes. So first they make the design, and then they have the fitting, and then they have another fitting, and then the final fitting with the final adjustments, and then it's the show, right? So you're at that final fitting the night before the show. That's where you're at this point. Okay? Be patient with it. Be patient with it. It feels as though something's just going to snap like that. It's just going to turn on, and you're going to be like, whoa, wow. But before that point, again, that Pisces and Scorpio. Card number 11, diving for the light. You have to dive deep into your heart's oceans. I don't know what this means. I'm hoping you'll know. The wolf has a teddy bear that was lost in the ocean, and it sank deep into the trenches, never to be seen again. That's what your higher self just said. The wolf had a teddy bear that sank deep into the ocean. Oh, shit. It's his inner child. He's hidden his inner child so deep. It's not Atlantis. This is about Wolf. His innocence was taken from him. I don't know what he's lived through in life, but something really traumatized him as a child. And that's what causes him such pain and fear. He wants to trust you, but it's so hard for him. You're going to have to dive deep into yourself. Something in your childhood mirrors his. So the key, because the way twins work, one will rise first and pull the other one up. And then the other will rise and pull the other one up. So I think right now, the reason you've been kind of stuck for a little bit is because you're having a hard time pulling him up. I don't know if this is something you do in conscious conversation, or if this is something that's just done energetically between you without ever talking about it. But there's a key hidden within the trenches of your heart that unlock the box where his bear was hidden, his teddy bear, his inner child. Shit, this card is about a twin too. Yeah, no, you're not talking. Card number 21, beyond the mind, the heart beats. You're definitely not talking, at least not with words, but your hearts are talking. Look at the necklace. The blue necklace has been snapped. The beads are flying all over the place, right? You're the orange necklace. You're still very much strung. You're still together. Well, here's the thing. Those are pearls of knowledge, pearls of wisdom. He's ready. He is ready to share this information with you, but his human mind won't allow it. So you have to stop. You have to get quiet, and you have to begin communicating in a way that his human mind, at least, can't interfere with. And notice how your head is covered with blue feathers. This is, you're being very divinely protected right now, all around the crown space, because this communication between the two of you is very important. Notice the hermit crab at your temple. This is a call for you to once again dive deep into yourself, and just like hermits do, really take the time to reestablish the connection with yourself, between yourself and your soul. That really needs to happen. And I don't know if you guys reconnect in a romantic way. For some reason, personally, I feel like you do, but I cannot guarantee that. I don't want you just waiting around because I said so. And maybe it's you not waiting around that causes him to stop being so stubborn and admit that he doesn't want to let you go. I don't know. It's hard to tell because he has so many defenses up, and it's against my moral stance to scan him without his permission. But you're already talking. Energetically speaking, you're already talking, Yellow Puke Road. The two of you haven't ceased communication. But his human mind is very stubborn, extremely stubborn. So don't try and talk to his human mind. Don't try and appeal to that mind. Okay? Oh man, I put the card away. Hold on. There it is. Yeah. His mind is just falling apart right now. Oh, what the hell? Okay, girl. I know we've had conversations before, and I'm like, I would make a really good godmother, and I was, messing around, kind of not. Can you see that? I have pulled this card so many times. I've had this deck for how many years? I swear to God, I have never, ever seen this detail before, ever, until right now. But I was like, I pulled this card back out because I was like, seeing the double helix, this usually for me is an indicator that this is a twin flame card. If you look right here, that's a fetus. That's a baby. Girl. If you two happen to start talking again and you do end up having a child, my offer to be godmother is still good. That doesn't expire. Jennifer Guitar's face. I'm just saying. Alice Emmy is a nice name. Let me scan you. You have a lot of energy surging up, up, up. It gets constricted around the throat space. Kind of like how you constrict the flow of water in a pressure washer. It's like that. So the constriction is not a blockage, it's intentional, and it causes the energy to shoot up higher and with much more force, okay? And I also see a plate in front of your chest. I'm not sure why that's there. It's like a thick sheet of steel, just from here to here. I try and look beyond the plate, and your higher self is like, no. So she's telling me that she wants privacy, which means she's not going to let me see what's in the chest. Have you been eating things you're not supposed to be eating? Have you been sticking to your meal plan? Because I see quite a bit of systemic inflammation in your low belly. It hurts in the back. From the front to the back, the whole thing is plated. Your arms are over the plate. So it's like from here all the way to the bottom of your ribs. So yeah, she won't let me see. It's the front and the back. The back extends up a little bit higher to like the base of your skull, okay? But I see quite a bit of roots coming from your feet, entering the earth and going very, very deep. I'm going back to it. Last time you said I got inflammation again, so I'm trying to be more strict. Did you just recently, like maybe in the past 24 hours, have something that you're reactive to? Because this looks fairly recent. I'd say within the past 24, no more than 48 hours. Okay. Make sure that you stick to that diet. As you're going through this like really massive ascension part, see, it's not fair. I think we should at least be able to have just a small piece, just a really small piece. The body doesn't care though. The body's like, didn't we tell you? Didn't we already tell you? Like, oh, sorry. I can't talk because I just ate something I shouldn't have eaten too. A lot of it. Oh, girl. Hi, Jennifer. All right. So it might be more of the cheese that upset your tummy, but for some reason I think it's more of the potato. I don't know. Oh no, girl. Excuse me. All right. I hope I was able to give you more clarity, Caroline. So let's see. Susan Garcia. Okay. She wants to know what she needs to know. Let it show me. All right. Susan Garcia. Michael, I'd love to pull a card for you, but I'm just finishing everyone's expedites. Oh. Ooh. Oh, okay. I was, Jesus Christ. My bad. I got yelled at by your higher self. I was going to shuffle and then cards fell out and there were 3 cards. And I was going to stick it back in the deck and she goes, no. Sorry. Hi, Sue. All right. So you got card number 14, going beyond normal. So you're thinking nonstop, like nonstop thinking, and it's causing more anxiety than anything. It's not helping you to solve the circumstance that you're trying to solve. It's just causing you to feel more and more stressed out. It's not going to help you. Now, if you allow yourself to quiet down, the key will present itself to you. Okay? The key to the problem, the solution will present itself to you, and you will see what it is that you need to do in order to hold everything together. On so many levels, you've been trying to hold things together, and it's really stressing you out. It's really stressing you out. No. And look at that. I've never noticed that. I thought they were all buttons. They're pennies. Pennies for your thought. Girl, your thoughts are worth way more than pennies. But when things are, you learn in economics class that supply and demand, if you voice your thoughts a little too much, then yeah, they're only worth pennies. But if you only share that which is very valuable to the person that's listening, they will value your thoughts so much. And so maybe that's the key. Okay? Maybe that little tidbit is the key. Because I never thought of this card in that way. Your higher self explained it just now. So it's not to say that you talk too much. It's not to say that you need to just be quiet because no one wants to hear it. That's not what was being said at all. Okay? You have to begin seeing the true you. I think oftentimes what goes on is you've become really accustomed to trying to accommodate people so much because you're an empath. As an empath, sometimes we are so focused on making sure that everyone is feeling very welcome, very comfortable, that we just kind of talk to, fill the quiet space so that way they don't feel awkward. No more of that. Sometimes you have to just sit in quiet with someone and just feel their energy, feel how their presence makes you feel. And this is going to help you to see the truth of who you actually are. Okay. Again, the teacup is over there. There's nothing spilled. There's no caca to say. We're not caca talking you. Okay. This is just about recognizing you have so much wisdom, and that wisdom is getting lost with all the other small talk that happens. So it's not be quiet. It's that recognize some of the small talk kind of needs to be removed. Okay. And if you start to question yourself and be like, oh, well, no one wants to hear this. Emmy said no one wanted to hear this. No. Card number 37, focus on the light. Don't allow the dark feeling that comes with the possibility of people not needing to hear you interfere with the gravity of your light, okay? You have a tremendous amount of things that you are to share with other people, but your higher self wants you to know you don't have to share too much. Does that make sense? You don't have to go out of your way, like bend over backwards to kind of fill up the space with little chit chat. It's a lot of stress that goes on within your mind. I don't even know if you recognize it at this point. It's such a prolonged circumstance that you've been experiencing. It's like your mind doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going. And you need to just slow down for a second. Okay, Sue? Do you go to church? I know I can feel you stressed from here. And it's because you love so hard. You just want to help people so much. No, I saw you speaking at like a service. I don't know what kind of religion it is. I don't know which one. I don't see anything identifying. It's kind of just outside of a building and people are entering. It looks like some sort of Sunday service. I hope it's a Sunday service. I'm going to choose to believe it's a Sunday service. So you might need to speak in front of a crowd. Okay. I think this is going to be huge for you. If this happens, it's going to be huge for you. It's not just a public speaking thing. It's a specific event. I can't quite discern what the event is, but definitely take time to quiet yourself down for now and really just give yourself time to rest from your own thoughts. One of the best ways to do that is to allow your mind to wander. And when you notice it's wandering and you're filling up with thoughts, just tell yourself, that's nice. Trust me, that's nice. And then what happened? And then, oh, are you in public speaking? I think whatever event you're going to do next, do you have one next weekend? Because you just started, whatever event you're going to be doing next, I don't know, people look a little bit dressed up like, they're Sunday best. Nothing super duper fancy, but it looks like they're Sunday best. I think that's going to be something profound for you to experience. And that's probably, that's what it is. That's what it is. So all the cards that I pulled, it's not about you just talking to people like casual conversation. It's about this. It's about the Toastmasters public speaking. Don't give other people your ideas, okay? Keep them for your speaking engagements. This is important. Keep them for your speaking engagement. I do think it's part of your destiny too. I definitely think this is a huge part of your spiritual path. It feels pretty important. Don't share those things with other people. Save them for yourself. You're the only person that can deliver that message the way it needs to be delivered. Save them for yourself. Okay, Sue? Now is not the time for you to be like, oh, let me give this person this idea of, no. Keep them to yourself, okay? That's probably why the key was in keeping quiet. I'm saying, girl, I'm saying. I hope that helps you out, Sue. All right, guys. Let's see who's next. All right. Draya Franklin, are you here? Okay. So, 3-card Claire Tarot. All right, Draya, she's here. You're welcome, Sue. Ooh. Okay, girl. Okay, this is going to be a little bit, All right. So you're doing a lot of thinking right now. All right. This thinking is causing an elevation in your understanding of your life, of what you need to do, the steps you need to take to get to where you want to be. It's starting to cause you to bloom. And, the blossoms are calling in the bees. Now, the bees have a function. They help to pollinize, right? Pollinate. They help to pollinate the blossoms. So they do serve a function, but they can also sting you. So that's definitely something, your growth is definitely getting the attention, I think, of the boyfriend. It's noticing some changes. And you got card number 6, shock of the new. You finally find your voice. Oh, there's no more boyfriend. Okay. Did he sting you? Oh, no, don't answer that. That's a private question. So, that hence the blossoming. You finally find your voice and start to really, really have conversations between your higher self and your soul. Okay. You're starting to hear once again the song of your heart. You're starting to enjoy the moment and try and be present. I know the no more boyfriend is probably very recent and it's, hurting a little bit, but it's definitely a shock of the new. Okay. But look at her. Is she stressed out? No. She's fully there, ready to experience whatever life has to bring her. Now, you may have no boyfriend at this point. He might try and come back to reconcile. Okay? Be ready for that. You might reconcile for a little bit. That's okay. You if you do, then that means you had a little bit of unfinished business left. If you did reconcile, that means you had a little bit of something left that you needed to learn together. And then you have to release the dark wound, let love live. Okay? So if you still need to try it out one more time and see if maybe it was something that you were willing to continue to work out, by all means, give yourself permission to do that. No one gets to tell you like, oh, you're being stupid. No, don't go back. But no, if you still need to figure something out with him, go ahead. But once you figure that out, you'll realize that you will have to release the dark wound. It's rotting. Okay. Nothing stinks worse than rotting fish. And when people hold on to relationships longer than their shelf life, it starts to stink. So I think maybe this is your higher self just letting you know, like, flow with it. Flow with it. Don't beat yourself up because you have a habit of really beating yourself up. You're very, and I know this is harsh for me to say, but you're very unfair with yourself. Okay? You hold yourself to a standard that is just not fair. You're very, very hard on yourself. If you make mistakes, you make it such a huge deal in your head and you really beat yourself up. Your higher self doesn't want you to do that anymore. Okay? Sometimes you just gotta flow with it. And if it takes you back to something old, see what needs to be finished, and then keep moving forward. Okay? Oh, I already closed the link down. My bad. I closed it down a few people ago. So, Mondrea, it seems like you've made the decision you need to make, and it's not you being stupid or being weak if you do decide to reconcile for a little bit, just to give yourself clarity. Now, if you don't need to experience the stench one more time, then you don't need to. But if you do, then you do. Allow yourself to just flow with what feels right for you. Not for him, not because he's guilting you, not because you feel bad. If you feel like you need to, then do it. If you don't, then don't. Okay? Sorry, Chaos Theory. Sorry. All right. So now we have Ali Abdelzazi. Okay. Ali, is this for you or is this for Sylvia? Okay, it's for Sylvia. Okay. Sylvia, set yourself on fire. So, Sylvia, how do you feel? Do you feel okay? Um, as you finish your experience, oh, okay, she's okay. What was going on? I detected a cord in your chest area, and it was Ozzy again. I don't know if you had an issue with Ozzy before, but I think someone earlier in this live had an issue with Ozzy. He's trying to access you. Have you been having weird circumstance happening, weird feelings, anything like that? Breathe. He's been trying to connect to your heart space. Hold still. Who's home with you? Is Ali and Alyssa home with you? Are Kai's going through your house okay? Michael's with him. Do you have a chimney? You have a fireplace? You have a chimney. You have a dog that's sensitive to energy, right? Is your dog looking at the chimney right now? Give me 1 second. Yeah. He's going to be okay. He feels my energy. I'm entering your home. Tracking. Sylvia, I've put you in my heart space, okay? Stay in there. Your family's safe. Mine. How do you guys feel? I know. I'm sorry if your dog has a mess, okay? I'm sorry. Peace. What I did, I felt him coming back, and something's anchored in the chimney. You guys have to clear the chimney, okay? Make sure you do whatever your process is for clearing. He's anchored somewhere fairly high up. What I did, I flooded your entire home with energy. I cloned your frequency. And so now he thinks that your energy can get as like as crazy as mine. And so I was like, mine. This whole damn house is mine. And so that's all you gotta do, girl. You gotta claim your space. I was like, flood it all. Everything I touch is mine. So yeah, you might. No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I was gonna say you might need an extraction. He wasn't fully corded into you, so I don't think you need an extraction. If any more weird feelings persist, especially in the heart space, message my business page, okay? Or email me. And that way we can check again and make sure that he hasn't actually recorded into you. So, let me just check one more thing. Yeah. Breathe very deep and very slow. You might feel like a thud to your chest, okay? I'm going to try and generate an EMP charge. There's an implant in your chest. Sending sedation. All right. Your heart might still feel kind of like thinking, okay? Chaos theory. So you feel okay now, Sylvia? Just want to make sure you feel okay. Yay! Love it. All right, let's see. Next we have Sachiko Weidman. Sachiko Weidman, was there something in particular that you wanted scanned? Satika, are you here? Okay, general. Let's see. Do you own a cat? If you own a cat, is the cat in your room? Is the cat with you? Do you feel something in the room with you? Do you feel weird? And it's okay if you don't feel weird. Show your face. Show your face. Show your face. Do you practice any anything? Like any kind of spiritual practice? I want to verify that you see. You have a parasitic circumstance. This thing is a massive liar. It tried to present itself as a cat, and I'm like, something's off about you. You don't feel like a cat. And that's why I asked you, do you have a cat? Is it in the room with you? And when I was like, you're not a cat, show me what you actually are. And then it got scared and didn't want to show me anything. And then it growled at me. Oh, you want to growl at me? So I popped it on. And it showed its face. And it looks weird. It just looks weird. It's not very handsome. And so I bound it and I confined it. And then it says, no, she called me in. I'm here to assist her. I don't think so. Because if you called it in and he's like, she practices Santeria. I don't think so. I don't think so. That's why I asked you, do you practice? Do you have a spiritual practice? Lioness, that's one of the fastest ways to trigger me is to lie to me. Thank you, Sue. So, yeah, no. None of your energy says that you do anything that calls in other beings. None of your energy says that at all. This thing is such a liar. A horrible liar at that. So many tells. Like, it twitches because it has like an oddly shaped ear that's high on its head. And it twitches like, bro, your ear. It twitches whenever you're preparing to lie. Like, so, Shatika, it's been following you for some time. Do you feel like something always watches you? I almost want to say it's been following you since you were around 16 years old. Did something happen around the time you were 16 and then life's just been kind of weird ever since? And I hope this is not freaking you out. It's confined. It tried to show itself. At first, I saw like a shadow as well. And then when I looked at it, it tried to pretend it's a black cat. Get the F out of here. Don't even play with me. It tried to show itself as a black cat. No, it's a shadow being for sure. There have been some issues with, well, not issues. It's had an effect on organs, primarily the liver and gallbladder. You also have quite a bit of systemic inflammation, primarily in your belly. So this thing has really, really been working on your anger as well as your resentment. Do you find that you struggle with anger and resentment? Like it's hard for you to work through those things? It's almost, yeah. It keeps triggering those two emotions. And, it's not that you have a problem working on it. It's that this thing has been nonstop triggering those cycles to keep you at a much lower frequency so that you don't notice what it's doing. Now, because it's been going on for so long, it's actually affected your liver and your gallbladder. Excuse me. I mean, do you have a disease? No, I don't think you have a disease. But I do sense that the liver has some inflammation, not like cirrhosis or anything like that, not like fatty liver, just a little bit of inflammation. There is a potential for it to become an actual liver condition. So I would definitely consider doing a session as well as taking supplements. Of course, you have to talk to your doctor, okay? Taking supplements to help support the liver and the gallbladder, okay? I think it was Deb. She had mentioned milk thistle is supportive of the gallbladder. It also really helps with the liver. So definitely consider those things. I feel like you should have a parasitic extraction plus DNA activation. I think that would really, really help you. It's confined. I can't remove it off your field completely in the live because I'm gonna kick its ass. I'm really wild out. It pissed me off about lying. So I can't do it in the live. I can't. I'm just like, just breathe, girl. Just breathe. It is what it is. It's a liar. It is what it is. Don't take it personal. Okay, anyways. But it has several other latch points. So, it's definitely something that would be worth considering doing. Parasitic extraction plus DNA activation added on instead of 2 separate sessions. I don't think you should be paying for 2 separate. Just add it on. It's much cheaper. So let's see. I hope that helps you, Shatika. Definitely time for it to go. I mean, from the time you were 16 till now, we need to get rid of that ugly thing. Freaking liar. I hate liars. I so dislike liars. All right. So Jennifer Qatar. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Jennifer Qatar, I want to know too. I'm so sick of Ozzy. I just so am. You're welcome, Shatika. Let's see. It's Ozzy. So you had a tie to them in previous lives. You definitely had a connection. That connection hasn't gone away. And that connection was basically hijacked. It's like he hacked into that string that keeps you connected. He's doing this to try and take away your power. With you knowing this, you can now avoid a tower moment. And as you do that, you're going to rise to the high priestess level of inner and understanding. Now, he has a lot of focus on you for a reason. He focuses on the ones who are getting very, very close to reaching that high priestess level. Okay? You're getting very close to it. You're definitely getting very close to it. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself. You've been really investing a lot of energy and time into continuing your growth in a way that you understand. And that's, for him, that's dangerous because it makes you inaccessible. Yeah. You see, I mean, your intuition has gotten more and more sensitive and more accurate. So definitely keep listening to your intuition. She says, I knew there was something there because it's unusual to have the same people. Had a feeling it was tied to past lives, but it's been manipulated. Yes, absolutely. It is tied to past lives, but it's been manipulated. They shouldn't have as big a presence in your subconscious mind as he's trying to make it be. And you know that. Okay? You absolutely know that. You just needed a little bit of confirmation because, as you're learning to trust yourself again, of course, you're going to have moments where you're like, am I misreading this? And is it something innocent or, so yeah, it's been a long time. Yes. Some of those, not all, some were genuine. Okay. Some were genuine connections on the astral and etheric levels, but most were manipulations from him. Okay. I'm being told to tell you, from this point on, if you dream of it again, look for the glitch. There's going to be a very, very faint little glitch in either how they speak, something with what you're seeing. That's how you'll know that he's created a program, a visual program. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, there is always a glitch. Like it's just something very, very faint, but you'll be able to notice it if you're looking. How to reverse that? I don't think it's something you're going to reverse. I think you're just going to overcome it. You're going to get to a point where it's not even going to be worth his while to continue pestering you like that. Like he used to pester me a lot. And now he still pesters me, but whatever, I don't care. I don't even hear you. I don't see you. Which irritates him when I do that. The only time he gets interaction with me is when I pop him one in the pie hole. Pop him in the pie hole. Reincarnation scares you? Nah. Don't be scared of it. Okay, Kala Sislo. Kala. Kayla Sislo or Kala? I like that. Hi, how do I pronounce KR? See? You know what I'm saying? All right, Kayla. Oh, wait, what was I supposed to do? I got all excited about your name. Okay, what would you like scanned? Is there something in particular you want scanned? Holla! No, it's Kayla. That's a beautiful way to spell it, though. Okay. I'm able to do so much, but don't understand a lot. All right, let me just see. A general. So what I'm seeing, you have shackles on your wrists. It seems like something definitely tries to interfere with your process, as well as with your progress. I also detected, so there is a pathway that connects the third eye to the conscious mind. That pathway is what allows you to begin processing consciously messages from soul, information from your environment, downloads, things like that. That pathway has been compromised. In some areas, it looks like it's been kind of like crunched in. In other areas, it looks like it's been kind of bent. And have you ever sustained a head injury? You feel attacked. Oh, this looks like an attack. Do you ever see something that looks kind of like a lichen, like a werewolf type of critter? Large. It's like a humanoid, top heavy. You see a lot, but it won't allow you to make sense of it, does it? Kayla, you should join my classes. It's called Kokoro 33. I teach classes on how to work energy the way I do. This is my system. I wasn't taught this. I didn't read it in a book. I didn't Google it. This is just a system that I know how to use. Yeah, it's a shapeshifter. It has, it's almost like Anubis if he got real fat. If he became extra fluffy, That's the kind of shape that it prefers. But it has shifted quite a few times since I've been looking at it. When you fight it, what it's actually doing is draining your energy. It's like a learning program. So what it does, every time you fight, it learns more of how to negate your efforts. Don't fight it anymore. Definitely don't fight it. Don't give it any more information. Don't give it any more of your energy. I would recommend that you join my Kokoro 33 classes. You can find that on my website. And then also a parasitic extraction. Because of the way your energy reads, just having an extraction is probably not going to be enough. This is a fairly high, an elevated ability type of being. It's going to continue to try you. You're going to need to know how to work your energy. I mean, that's really the only thing you can do. It's not a feasible option to just keep having sessions with people. It's just not feasible. You have to learn how to work your energy. So, I'm glad you agree. Definitely, you can find all of this on my website. My system's called Kokoro 33. It's on the homepage. But man, it's intense. It's like lurking right now. I think I've dealt with something like this before, years ago. Hold on. Oh my God. This is exactly the being that I dealt with before. 1 second. Hey, Daddy, are you on? Were we in Texas when I was helping Kay with the dog? Remember how I told you Kay had an issue with the dog in his house? Were we in Texas then? I think we were. Okay. No, this thing knows me. And I know this thing. It plays a lot of games, and it likes to really isolate you. It likes to use closets as portals. Do you have issues with your closets? You feel weird around your closets? Yes, especially in spare bedrooms. No, that one, that's not the one that I kept as a pet. Remember how Kay used to have all these crazy things happening in his house? And I was like, it keeps going in your closet. Close the freaking closet. Seal the closet shut in the spare bedroom. I'll tell you later, honey. Yeah, it has a fetish with closet portals. So yeah, man. I would, at the very least, Kayla, I would recommend a parasitic extraction, and then maybe we can try and see. Man, the problem with this being is it's so highly intelligent and highly adaptive. It's just very, very adaptive. Well, I hope the information that I shared with you helped to confirm some things, and you don't feel as though you're making something up, because you're not. You're not. You're actually experiencing these things. Listen to your intuition, okay? This is one hell of a. This one hell of a. Yeah, there's so many layers to it that obviously we're not going to get into all of it just in one live, but yeah, it's definitely a complex thing. Hold that real quick. Yeah, if you guys are here, this definitely not an accident. And even if it's not your reading, if it resonates with you, it's probably because your higher self brought you here to hear that message. All right, Robert Rindress. Okay. Ooh, okay. Spirit knows. I like that. Robert, are you here? You're welcome, Kayla. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't want you to freak out, but yeah, it can. It's not specific to just you. It's actually tied to the area. So anyone that enters is fair game to it. But for the most part, it likes to play favorites and really just pester one person. I hope that is some consolation. I mean, it's not really, but yeah. All right, Robert is here. All right, let us see what your spirit wants to see. Okay, immediately I'm brought to your right flank. Your right adrenal is heavily stimulated. Are you consistently stressed out? It's almost like adrenal fatigue. That's how it reads, but at the same time, it seems like you're negating it. It's not as intense as the efforts to make it be intense are. Just makes something is trying really hard to keep you in a very elevated fight or flight state, and it seems like you're able to negate some of it, but it's still having an effect on your right adrenal gland. And then I don't know if you're having some struggles with urination, but I do see some mild swelling in the right kidney. I don't know if you have kidney stones and you just passed one, or kidney pain. That's a lot of pain if you have kidney stones. But the right kidney is mildly inflamed. I do see that your sacrum is slightly tilted, like your left hip sits up a little bit higher than your right. And that puts a lot of pressure on your L5S1. The nerves are being compressed. I don't know if you have back pain, but all of this is kind of, nope, to the kidney stones, good. Because I don't have kidney stones, but I felt my cousin's kidney stones, and that shit was insane. Traumatized me. But your psoas, they're not balanced. One is loose, the other one is tight. So with that, it has a lot to do with your balancing of the masculine and the feminine in your spiritual journey. Okay. It's almost as though the feeling is like you've really put a lot of effort into getting in touch with your divine feminine side. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but each of us has both the masculine and the feminine within us. So, it's very common for us to have an imbalance in the masculine and the feminine. The feminine has been very pissed off. He says, I've been pissed off a lot. So the feminine side is much tighter and the masculine is looser. And that's what's causing the tilt. Internal battle of light and yes. The feminine energy is dark energy. It's yin. It's lunar, dark, creative, whereas the masculine is the light. It's more magnetic. You have to balance that. Okay? You have to really balance that. I think you've tried to begin that internal work. Yeah. When you begin that internal work, you become very aware of the fractals of self. And for me personally, one of the keys was just to allow them to be, to recognize, hey, you know what? I'm pissed off for a reason. Why am I pissed off though? What's that reason? Instead of just being like, damn, I've been pissed off all the time. Like, no, I've been pissed off for a reason, but I wonder what it is. Have you tried to look at what the reason is? So there's a lot of a significant imbalance in your psoas, the left and the right side. And then this is interesting. I think you've sustained an attack recently, maybe in the past week or two. I don't know if you feel any discomfort, odd sensation towards the top inner portion of your left shoulder blade. It looks like there's a blade still stuck in there. And it also looks like the area has been set on fire for quite a bit, like your higher self is attempting to clear this through fire. Same issues keep appearing. Okay. This is something from childhood, stemming from mother, from mom, that you haven't been willing to see yet. It's kept you in a perpetual loop. And I feel like this stuff is too private and too sensitive to discuss. Have we dealt with the neck issues before? It's below the neck. It's like right here in your back, this height though. But there's some core issues that need to be addressed. They definitely need to be addressed, and it has to do with the divine feminine. There's a very high likelihood it's connected to some things that need to be observed and begun to heal, consciously heal, connected with your mom. Okay. The only way to allow a festered wound to actually truly begin healing is to air it out, to have it be exposed. Because if you keep covering it, then, and I don't mean you have to talk about things publicly. I'm talking about, well, no, I don't know what it is, Robert. Like your higher self is crying right now. And usually when the higher self feels this way, I like to give the higher self the ultimate amount of respect and privacy. And really, he can't even speak right now. He hurts so badly. You have to sit with him and listen. Let him cry however much he needs to cry. It's related to your mother though, because all he can get out is mom. Oh, I know you're a survivor. And here's the thing. You've already established that you can survive. I think you've reached a point in your journey where it's time to do more than survive. You have to become a thriver. And in order to thrive, you have to choose to actually thrive. Okay? I don't know what's this, the root of this. I know your higher self is in tears. It's in absolute tears. And I can assist in whatever way your higher self wants. It's something that really, really affected you. It does feel like some sort of betrayal. I'm not given any details, just a feeling of like, I can't believe you. I don't know what happened. But you're more than a survivor. You are so much more than a survivor. What I've found in this work that I do, when people find me, it's usually because they're done merely surviving. They're ready to stand up, they're ready to thrive, they're ready to once again reconnect and remember the greatness that they are. And I think maybe that's where you're at this point. But before you get there, before you actually step into that, you have to begin this portion of the healing. Okay? It's a very festered wound, very, very festered wound. And it's actually, he now is pointing, your higher self is now, he has his hand on your belly, kind of like slightly above your belly button and slightly to the right. It's almost like he's saying he was repeatedly struck in that area. I don't know if it's the words or physical blows, but it's like hit after hit after hit in that area. Robert, do I have your permission to do some energetic work on you? I can't fully heal this wound, but I'd like to clear away the unnecessary gunk that's built up around it, so that when you go to address this wound, you won't have to go and dig through unnecessary stuff. Is that okay with you? Okay, thank you. Just breathe very deep and very slow. You might feel the presence of a very large being behind you. That's my divine counterpart. We're going to be wrapping our wings around you, and we're going to take you very high in frequency. We're going to fly very quickly. You might feel as though you are in an aircraft climbing altitude very quickly. Please make sure you're seated, okay? Climbing. 7, 10, 14. Exiting matrix. 16. Hyper jump. 110. Entering echo. Falling. Entering matrix. Anchoring. You might feel my hand on your chest. How do you feel? Oh, Stephanie. So, Robert, take a moment to finish your experience. I want you to tell yourself, I'm done surviving. I'm ready to thrive. Just tell yourself that. And it's not something you're trying to convince yourself. You really are ready to thrive. Robert, in your mind's eye, see yourself sitting. Something's in your hand. You're holding on to it so tight. Let it go. Just open your hand. Watch it fall out from your lap. Just let it go. All right. So, Robert, take as long as you need to finish your experience. And when you're ready to write or share anything, please do. Know that if you don't feel like writing or sharing anything, you absolutely don't have to. Okay? Obviously, everyone in this audience is in full support of you and your healing, and you're not alone on this journey. You're just not alone. Okay? Take your time. All right. Next, we have Sarah Meza. Sarah, are you here? All right, Sarah's here. Let's get Sarah some answers. Sarah, do you have a question for your cards? Or should I just ask the question for you? General? Okay. The question that I was going to ask on your behalf, Sarah, why did Sarah not freaking cook for me while I was in California? I'm joking. Or am I? I'm joking. Oh, look at you. Okay. Here's the thing, girl. I'm just messing with you. Here's the thing. You are going through a massive change right now, okay? It kind of felt like you were going through something wonderful and you're growing, and then suddenly everything just stopped. You're like, what the heck's going on? Why am I not progressing? I feel kind of stuck. I feel like I fell back asleep, and it's not. You were kind of just placed in like a semi-sleeping state, because the amount of changes being done to your coding is tremendous, tremendous. So that's why you're feeling like, what's going on? I'm kind of just like floating along again. Now, card number 44, visions of life beyond death. So again, your eyes are closed, and that's fine, because your third eye actually should be what's being used to guide you, to direct you. So you're not lost, okay? You're in a process of these three, where you're receiving the messages. That looks like I'm flipping y'all off. You're receiving the messages from soul. Crows are messengers from the other side. And then you're starting to begin to accept yourself in all your peacock beauty. Peacocks are not ashamed to be peacocks, okay? They're not like, well, what if people get jealous and think I'm full of myself? No, they're like, peacocks don't make any sounds like that. They don't. But you're a peacock. You're a peacock. Meaning you're losing your fear, your hesitation to be who you are. And I think this has a lot to do with how your family perceives you and this and that. You're kind of just like releasing, okay? And then once you really fully embrace the peacock in you, your wisdom, look at that. You become wise beyond your years. The things that people, one in particular, you know who it is, the things that people say to kind of like chip away at your feeling of self-worth is not going to really affect you anymore. I mean, for the most part, it doesn't really super affect you the way it used to, but it still does hurt. Well, once you reach this wisdom, this level of wisdom, you'll actually feel bad for them instead of the other way around, where it's like, why can't you just love me? You'll understand, like, I feel bad for you. It's because you don't love yourself. And, I wish I could help you understand that you don't have to tear other people down to feel good about yourself, to feel like you're okay. So you will feel very tender. You'll feel somewhat vulnerable, but you're very hardy, okay? No matter what new growth people witness above ground, like what you allow them to see, your roots go very, very deep. Even if they try and trample the new growth, it doesn't matter. You don't get destroyed, because your roots go very, very deep. So Sarah, you're going to be challenged I mean, you're always challenged, you're always being challenged. You're always being put in positions where it's like, really? Again? Why? Hey, you know what? It's growing you. It's serving you. So shift your mindset, shift your perception to just be like, thank you for contributing to my growth. No more of the why, no more of the, I don't understand why you can't just, be nice to me. Why do you have to do this? Why? No more of that. Okay. You don't need to dissect anymore why these certain people behave the way they do with you. Just thank you for your contribution to my growth. And after a while, you'll really, really mean that. It's just, it'll roll right off of you. And, that's it. They're helping you to grow. That's it. Okay, Sarah? Oh, you have a session coming up soon, right, Robert? So, Sarah, I hope that helps you to better understand the things that have been going on recently and the things that will probably be going on in the next few weeks. Okay, Sarah? All right. Next, we have Anna Plum Pines. Okay, tarot reading. Plum, are you here, dear Plum? Okay, perfect. I'll see what we can find out on the 7th about the knife in your neck, okay? Plum Pines, are you here? Plum Pines. Plum Pines. You know what? She might not even be here. Oh, there she is. Scared me. You legit scared me. You popped up like a jack in the box. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun. You popped up with a happy face. All right. Do you have a specific question that you wanted to ask? Right. I saw it on your expedite. Right. So let's get you 3 cards. Ooh. Ah, you're going through something. You're going through something. So I take it that the activations are really taking root. You're probably feeling rather raw at this point, questioning a lot of things in life, questioning the things you've been through, decisions you've made, where this is all headed, what's the whole point of all of this. You have to trust yourself, okay? Card number 2, inner trust. Allow your soul to begin speaking to you. It will give you all the answers to all of your questions. It really, really will. And it's okay if you question. It's okay if you're like, I need to have some proof. I need you to confirm this. Show me a sign. That's perfectly okay. But you have to allow in that sign, okay? You have to totally, all right, I asked for this bag of Skittles to magically have 1 jelly bean in there. I don't know how it got in there, but it's going to have 1 jelly bean if this is true. And then you buy a bag of Skittles and it has 1 jelly bean. And you can't be like, oh, that was such a coincidence. No, it wasn't. It so wasn't. Granted, that's not what you're going to ask for, but definitely listen to what your soul is telling you and take in that confirmation that you asked for. Now, you have also card number 32, faith in the process. At some point, very soon, the process won't be done yet, but you'll probably begin to feel like, oh my God, when is this going to be done with? What is going on? This can't possibly still be going on. I probably did something wrong. It's not that you didn't do enough. It's not that you did something wrong. It's that you have to be patient with yourself. Okay, you're very impatient with yourself. That's very common. But no, if you get tired, you're going to be carried through this. No matter what, you're going to get through it. And you're not alone either. Look at that. You got 2 birdies. You totally got 2 birdies. You're not alone in this. Trust in your process. Now, as things seem to start to get better in, I want to say maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, card number 30, the perfection of your life. This card is about storms, okay? Storms look so graceful and beautiful in the sky. When you're above it, you're looking down at the storm. It's beautiful. It's like swirling fluffy clouds, so much grace. But when you're in the storm, that is not beautiful. It's all gray skies, freaking mucky, just soggy socks. I hate storms. Soggy lower portion of your pants. It's ugly. It's a completely different experience when you're in the storm versus looking in. So basically, don't be surprised if things kind of intensify your experience. And because you're so quiet on what you're going through, which it's okay. You don't have to freaking shout from the mountaintops everything you're going through. But the people around you are not going to understand why you're behaving the way you are, why you're suddenly more distant, why you suddenly feel different. They don't know because you are so graceful. Even in your moments of struggle, you still exude such a sense of grace. It's very beautiful, actually. And people don't know what's going on inside. They don't. Oh, have you started the detox? Are you in pain? Are you feeling like the body aches and stuff? Are you getting headaches and nasal drip, post-nasal drip? Yeah, emotional rawness is probably going to be popping up or intensifying very soon if you don't already have that going on, okay? Definitely make sure that you are patient with yourself. You're not patient with yourself, girl. I hate to tell you that. You are very hard on yourself. It's very common too. You know, a lot of people are very hard on themselves. But you have perfectionism struggles. You struggle with perfectionism. So take that into account. Okay. The moment you begin to really tear yourself apart, you tell yourself, hey, Emmy, notice we have a problem with perfectionism. Let's not do this to ourselves. Oh yeah, headache, body ache, chills, flu-like. Yeah, it'll definitely be a few days of that. 7 to 10 days is the average length of a detox. The emotions are going to get much more intense. Okay, Plum, it's definitely going to get more intense. Hang in there. It doesn't last forever. It challenges you. It will definitely challenge you, but hang in there. It doesn't last forever. Eventually, the detox finishes. Okay? I hope I was able to give you the clarity that you were wanting. And thank you. All right. Summer Perry. All right. Whatever soul wants to share. All right. Let's see. There she is. Okay, let's see what soul wants to share with you, Summer. Can I just say, all of you in this sacred space with me right now are so beautiful. I really deeply appreciate you guys. I love how you guys are supporting each other. It's really beautiful. I didn't realize that I needed to see this today. Today has been a whole day of people just really trying their damnedest to get me to fight with them. I don't want to fight with anyone. Sorry. Try tomorrow. Not today. I'm sorry. I'm busy today. All right. Here we go. Oh, Summer. Is everything okay? So this card comes up and it's card number 2, Inner Trust. And I'm told a shield has been placed over your head. Dark things are trying to influence your thoughts. And you don't seem to notice. And again, card number 3, Inspiration. You're being distracted, not realizing there are things coming, trying to breach your crown space. But everything is fine, right? Yeah, she says things are fine. And then this card is usually very like uplifting, but I saw it, card number 1, After the Storm. Oh my God. I will show you something. I saw this card, and usually it's a very uplifting card. I saw this and it was like shitstorm. I'm like, what do you mean shitstorm? That's after the storm. And then I heard shitstorm again. I don't know if something's brewing around you, but look at this. I've been using the same deck this whole time, shuffling. 1, 2, 3. What are the odds? What are the odds? I'm just talking to your higher self. I'm going to pull more cards. This is kind of weirding me out. I don't know why. Let me just shuffle. Right? I don't want a shitstorm for you either, girl. What the fuck? What do you mean shitstorm? I was like, no, that's after the storm, not shitstorm. Like, damn. What is going on? Okay, let me just shuffle one more time. Okay. So I don't know what's going on. I'm seriously stumped. It says the Hanged Man. It's like you're not making a decision. You're kind of just hanging there. I don't know who it would be, but it's I'm told they are still around. I don't even know who they are. I'm assuming you'll know. I'm assuming that there's something going on. I don't know if it's work. I don't know if it's family. I don't know if it's friends online. I don't know. But they are still around, and they've been really just completely depleting you. Are there people who are clingy or like really overly dependent? But you're able to turn it around. I don't know if maybe you just needed to hear this, because then after you get your energy back, you're able to replenish yourself and get that energy back. I don't know what any of this means. Summer, do you mind if I scan you? Is that okay with you? And you can totally say no. It's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything because I'm starting to get a headache. Okay. Okay. You have what looks like a gray fog all around your head. Whatever is happening, whatever is being done, it's being missed by your radar. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to be honest. I don't know what it is, and it's giving me a headache. Are you okay? Do you feel fine? I mean, maybe I don't need to know. Maybe I don't need to understand. But I know at some point you will absolutely figure out what this reading means. Your higher self is sounding pretty pissed at this point. Who are they? Girl, who are they? So that I can understand and be more freaking coherent. This is weird. I honestly have no idea who they would be. I mean, when I ask who are they, she says, as if you don't know. I wouldn't be asking if I knew. I don't know, girl. Your higher self seems very agitated, but you feel fine. But you have a thing of fog around your whole head. It's fairly thick, and past life enemies, cognitive dissonance. Honestly, I don't know. It's actually getting hard for me to think too. So, Summer, just be ready, okay? If there's anything that begins to feel weird to you or anything like that, make sure you kind of take time to quiet yourself down. Make sure that you're analyzing, observing whatever's going on, and do what's best for you, okay? No matter who they are, I don't freaking know who they are. No matter who it is, do what's best for you. You do so much for other people. You are so loving. You are so kind. Do what's best for you, okay? Make sure that you're taken care of. So you guys, was that the last one? Hold that really quick. Yeah, there's the last. At last, my love has come around. That's so ugly. My singing is ugly. You're welcome, Summer. I'm sorry if it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me. Like at all. But that was freaky that it was cards 1, 2, and 3 out of how many cards. That was kind of unexpected. So, thank you, Kayla. All right, guys. I will see you guys again this week because I haven't finished the Claire Tarot readings for the Zodiacs. Who do I have left? I don't know. I can't think right now. I literally can't think right now. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope even if you didn't get an expedite, that you got whatever tidbits of information that your soul wanted you to have. If this live resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Turn on that notification bell. Join me whenever I'm live. Love you guys. Bye.